Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a new minimalism video for you guys, and this one is all about how to get started with minimalism. So I was definitely not always a minimalist, and I've really learned so much over the past few years just by reading books, watching other YouTubers, etc. And now I'm like so fully into it. So I just wanted to share with you guys like how I got started and some of the best tips for someone who's just thinking about it and just wanting to like maybe try it out. Also, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name's Marian. I make videos about being a Jewish mom and minimalism with kids, so definitely subscribe to my channel to see more and give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Okay, so the first tip I want to give you guys about how to get started is to consider minimalism a journey. This is really important because I know, especially for me, I felt self-conscious calling myself a minimalist because I do have a lot of stuff and I definitely have more than other minimalists. And now I just really embrace minimalism as a journey, especially if I hear a negative comment like, oh, why are you collecting that? Or why do you have that? I thought you were a minimalist. And I'm like, for me, it's a journey and I choose to take the paths that lead me to happiness. So for example, there are things that I love and love to keep in my home, and that's fine. I'm never going to be one of those minimalists that has 100% like completely empty space with a chair in it. That's just not my version of minimalism. And I think once you embrace that, you'll feel more confident in the decisions you make, you'll feel more confident talking to other people about it, and it'll just be the right way to start your journey. My tip number 2 is to look for inspiration. Of course, there's tons of that on YouTube. I know I love pickup lines, Jenny Mustard, Minimalist Mom Life. I'll link them all below. But some of my favorite YouTubers have taught me so much about minimalism. And for me, it all really got started with this book, The Magical Art of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo. This is like the Bible of decluttering, tidying, minimalism, etc. And it honestly was life-changing for me. There were so many aspects of my life that were pain points for me. Like, for example, my closet. That's an obvious one I'm sure a lot of people can relate to. I had a really hard time getting ready in the morning because I was constantly trying on clothes that no longer fit me. I was like sifting through all this old stuff just to find something to wear, and I also was holding on to a lot of things that had sentimental value that were really just cluttering up my life. So Marie Kondo has some amazing tips on how to rethink the stuff in your home, and it just makes it a lot easier to get rid of it. So I definitely recommend that book and checking out some YouTubers for inspiration. My third tip is to figure out your why. Why do you want to become a minimalist? For me, I had 3 main reasons. Number 1 was the planet. Yes, Mother Earth. So I actually hate wasting things, and it makes me feel so much guilt. It's like a huge emotional weight when I feel like I'm wasting. So I try not to use any single-use plastic or paper in my home that much anymore. And whenever I was buying stuff, I felt so guilty about all the packaging and waste that went into it, unless it was something I loved and knew would keep forever. So minimalism really spoke to me in that way because it helped me stop buying things that made me feel guilty because they were wasteful. My second why was money. I feel like I know the value of money, I know what it means to earn money, and I don't like wasting money. So I really have stopped shopping as a habit and spending my time in the mall just as something to do because I knew I would always buy things just to buy things, and then I felt bad about wasting the money. So that was a big why for me. And the third reason is I love minimalist looking homes. I love having clean empty spaces. I love having less stuff around, and it makes it so much easier to clean. Especially we have a little one, he's 18 months old, and because there's not a million toys all over the house is so much easier and nicer to clean. So where to get started? My best tip of where to get started is start with the place in your home that gives you anxiety because it's cluttered. So for me, it was the closet. I started by getting rid of things that I could no longer fit into, or clothes that were really like junky and falling apart, and that just did not make me feel good to wear. And this was one where I could see an obvious benefit right away. Suddenly getting ready in the morning took half the time because I could right away see, what I had, what was clean, what was dirty, what fit, etc. And now I really love my closet and enjoy getting ready in the morning. So I definitely recommend picking a place that you use often in your home and that will really benefit from some decluttering. If there isn't a space like that for you, I would recommend starting with one of the areas of your home that gets a lot of traffic. So for us, our home on the main floor is open plan, and the living room, dining room are very connected. So for me, that was one of the areas in the home that I definitely wanted to be like a minimalist room. So you won't see lots of clutter, knickknacks there. The surfaces are pretty empty, and there's just one little basket where I keep toys and books for my son. So what's nice about this is I don't have to worry that someone's gonna come over and be like, oh my God, your house is a mess. Like, yeah, my bedroom might be a mess, but they're not gonna know that because the main floor is almost always clean and just a nice space to be in, which is great because that's the area of the home that we spend most of our time. My next tip is to have a junk drawer. I talk about this a lot for minimalism, but there will always be stuff coming into your home that doesn't have an exact perfect spot. This sort of goes against Marie Kondo's advice, but for me, it's really helped. So like I was saying, our main floor is open. I try to keep it minimalist. But every day I walk in the house and I've got like the mail, letters that from my son's school that need to be signed, like just a bunch of stuff that's important. I can't throw it away right away, but I don't really have an exact spot to put it. So I generally put that stuff in the junk drawer. What I really like about this is then my main area of the home is still clean, tidy to look at, but I didn't have to like spend 20 minutes being like, okay, this letter should really be in the office on the desk. Like I just don't have time for that when I get home. So having one junk drawer in the kitchen really helps me a lot. And there are times where I'll go through it and declutter it, make it look nice, and I've actually done videos about that, but I know from time to time it'll get messy, and that's fine. My last tip for you guys is not to worry if there are things that you do love collecting. I know in our home we love children's books. We love collecting children's books. I think of their covers as works of art. So yeah, I'm a minimalist, but there's one aspect of my home where I'm not a minimalist. That's totally fine. So I hope you guys got some good tips for starting minimalism. If you do start on this journey, please let me know in the comments how it goes. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you next time. Bye!